One day you're going to remember the worst that I'm telling you, and you're going to look back and think back at the Mexican on the internet telling you this. And but what's happening right now is that we're watching in real time the collapse of the US dollar in the American way as we know it. This whole system is completely collapsing. The decades and decades of corruption, and this isn't like a recession or a depression where we recover anywhere from 2 to 7 years. There's going to be no recovering from the US dollar collapsing because there's nothing backing the US dollar. The world has slowly gone away from the petrodollar system little by little because they felt that the responsibility of having the world's currency, like we did with the US dollar for decades, um, can't be trusted in the hands of our American politicians. Look at what we done to Saddam Hussein and Iraq when he tried to go away from the US dollar. We literally hung him for the public to see. And this happened in 2006. There was a public hanging of a world's leader, right? Look at what happened in Libya, one of the richest, wealthiest countries in the world. We completely destroyed that country. We killed their leader. And now with the government that we put in place, there's literally a slave trade in Libya, and you can buy literal slaves, right? We can't be trusted. Look what happened with Cuba with 65 years of sanction, and literally right now it's lights out for the Cubans. We are responsible for all of these things. And the world is watching this and saying, we no longer trust that the US dollar should be the world's currency. They're going away from the US dollar. And think about the desperation that the Americans are right now with Japan's currency collapsing, and we're basically begging them not to sell those bonds because they would destroy the US dollar. Inflation would be out of control. Think about the desperation that we are in Iran to try to take their oil reserves so that we can keep that petrodollar system. This is what these wars are about. The way of life for the Americans is going to drastically change because you're either going to be rich or you're going to be extremely poor. There's no going to be no in between. This whole dollar system has collapsed and it's just a matter of time. We can only point our guns so that country can keep that petrodollar system for so long, but there's only a matter of time before it does completely collapse, and you're going to remember what I'm telling you, and you're going to remember this day.